Can you tell us a little bit about what we know, the latest on the stats here in Kerrville?
Yeah, we just had a press conference. There are 27 confirmed fatalities, 18 are adults, 9 are children. There's at least, I think, another, according to local sources, about 27 or so kids that are missing. Look, they're in continued search operations right now. It's obviously still hazy. It was foggy last night. You got helicopters that are up there. They got crews everywhere, looking everywhere they can find. Look, we remain hopeful. There's been a few stories of kids that made it, and a young woman that survived on a mattress, floating on the water for a while, and some other rescue stories out of trees. But as time goes on, it gets tougher, and we're just praying for the families, particularly those still missing. And look, I think today's going to be a tough day, but we remain hopeful and optimistic that maybe there's some miracles that we'll be able to tell, but we'll just keep praying for those families.
And what's your sense of the level of resources here? Do you think we've got enough?
It's
everything we need?
Number of resources. I mean, it's any resources necessary. Aerial, air assets from the state, air assets from the feds. The federal government has kind of said whatever you need. I know the governor, the head of the Texas Department of Emergency Management, Nim Kidd, he's a good friend, he's a good man. He's here, he's right behind me, he's in the building, he's on the ground, he's been on the ground, coordinating with the local sheriff and the local law enforcement here. They're on it, and they're doing everything they know how to do. There's outside resources. I know the Cajun Navy sent some folks up, there's some others, and so whatever can be deployed is being deployed, but you got to manage that safely. You got to deal with the air assets in foggy conditions. They had to deploy to get resources, water, food to some of the camps that were isolated last night, where we still hadn't got the kids removed. They were safe, but they needed resources. So all that's been happening. I was here about 1 a.m. last night. They were still cranking, transitioning shifts. Now they're all fully back up this morning and getting after it. So
it's a pretty big river area, so we can expect these searches to go on for a while, right? I would assume this is not going to be a one-day event. We're looking at days.
Yeah,
would you say?
And they're looking. The focus is understandably on the kids at the camps. But there's a lot of people, locals, adults, other people that were here visiting RV parks and others, and we got to go try to account for everybody. And there's missing people. I was at the, gas station last night at 1 a.m, and the guy said that one of his, buddies from the military was missing. It was a Marine buddy, and he didn't know where he was. So there's things like that they're all trying to account for.